Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy ASAP Josie. This is Conspiracies ASAP. Just let you know what this one's gonna be about. It's Giants. That's what the preview was about. So let's just dive into this one. Alright, so first thing I want to get into is just the TikToker that went missing. That he supposedly seen a video of a giant walking on a mountain, recorded it, posted it on TikTok, and then he made a couple videos after and said that people were following him and all kinds of weird stuff was happening to him at his house, and supposedly he went missing. So that's the story. That's really why I wanted to talk about Giants, because it kind of like brought the topic back up. I used to watch a lot of videos on Giants back then, like 2017, 16, and the topic is just like a lot of people don't even believe in it. So the topic is really interesting to me, and that's really what happened there. People say it's a cover up. People say he faked it. So I want you guys to let me know if you think it's real or fake. Go ahead and look up the TikToker that went missing after seeing the giant. See the video. If you have any comments, or even if you don't want to say anything, just go check out that video. Let me know what you guys think. Second thing is ancient giants. So all around the world, people talk about giants. Specifically, the Bible talk about David and Goliath. The little human being fights a giant, wins. There's the Anunnaki were said to be giants. They were supposedly gods, people that came from a different planet that came here and gave knowledge. Talk about all kinds of other stuff. Gave knowledge. People supposedly think that they came and manipulated human beings' DNA to kind of make them either closer like them or something else. Don't really know. But they were said to be winged giants. And that's how they're depicted. If you look up Anunnaki and their stone tablets that are drawings of them, and how every time they're depicted, it's a big old person, bigger than normal, with wings on them. So I always thought that was interesting. There's giants in China, giants in India, giants all around the world, giants in Russia. People talk about them. Giants in South America. But like this is like predates like when the beginning of regular civilizations for human beings, and around those the beginning of those times, people talk about giants and that they existed. A lot of civilizations say that they built a lot of buildings and stuff like that. And I always thought it makes sense, because maybe I thought like maybe there would be giants back then, not many, but like little group of their own people. People talk about it in the Odyssey about giants, an island that only had giants on it. And I always thought it makes sense, because maybe I was like they could have helped build these big old massive buildings, pyramids and stuff like that. Helped to make sure they were perfect because they're giant scale. People always talk about also about certain ancient structures being so big, like they wouldn't be for us. Like, why would people build these big old stairs? Not for human beings. It takes us forever to go walk up those stairs. It would be like on a grand scale if something bigger was walking up the stairs. At least you would think. There's like caves in China. It's like big old huge caves. You can look it up, that have literally like a big old buildings in there, big old entrances, big old doors. That it would be whoever built it. It would be for huge. It's like huge scale for people that are giants. Like there's a place. It's either an island or a place in Europe as well. It's known for giants. They call it like the Giant Island or something like that. Has a bunch of technical engineering that has to do a lot with astronomy and the stars. And the people there say it was built by giants, and they're huge buildings, huge things. And they can't really explain it. They don't really know exactly why they built them or what they were built for. So I always thought that's interesting. And then there's giants in caves, giants associated with caves, especially like here in America. There's the Native American stories. I forget which tribe that they fought the giants because giants were killing their people. So they followed them, fought them off, got them into a cave, and they lit it on fire and killed the. It's either two giants, I believe. It's like a woman and a man. They killed them, and they found the skeleton remains. And I don't know what happened to him, but you could look it up, try to see what happened to him or whatever. But huge giants, skeletons, proven. But I always thought it's weird because people don't ever talk about it. History don't ever talk about giants or like how they're related or anything that's going on with giants. They kind of like just like overlook it and kind of like, yeah, there was never giant people here on Earth. So I always thought it was weird. So I'm like, what else could it be? But that's here in America. Wouldn't be surprised if there's more giants associated with caves in other places too. And then my favorite subject is the Grand Canyon and giants. How supposedly they're connected. So the story is there was the guy who used to work for the Smithsonian, and that it was like in the beginning of the Americas when people were coming over to the west to discover lands, and like during the mining times where people were going to the gold rush. And this guy stumbled upon the Grand Canyon, which was already big enough. He was all like exploring it, and supposedly he found the entrance, and the entrance was a huge entrance, not like a little baby entrance, giant entrance into the Grand Canyon. And then going into there, he said in his journal that he found that it was a giant doorway, not like a. So like people always say, try to write it off. I'm like, why would you have a giant doorway if you don't need? If you're trying to keep people out of that place, you want a doorway for your size people. So it would be like something bigger. That's their place. They're trying to keep people out, so they needed big doors or something like that. But he said that he found big doors, and then he found an entrance into the Grand Canyon, and in there he discovered basically a temple that had all the different type of civilizations in the world in there: Buddhist stuff, Chinese stuff, Hindu stuff, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and by stuff I mean statues and artifacts, and all the stuff there in this one place in Arizona in the Grand Canyon. That he found all this stuff, and that he went to go tell people, and then I don't know what time span it was, but after he reported it, because we reported it to the news, and the news is that's how people realized, hey, this guy was talking about giants back then, because he reported it to the local news place, and they reported that story of what he found, and that guy went missing. Don't know why, what happened. And after that, like right now, you can't go and explore the Grand Canyon. You can go to their sites and like take pictures and go around. You're not allowed to go into certain parts of the Grand Canyon, certain areas where a lot of people think that's where stuff is hidden treasure, hidden gold. And it also goes into like the city of gold, the lost city of gold no one ever found or could figure out where it's at. A lot of people think it's in the Grand Canyon, and that the government found it or whatever, found all this stuff and covered it up. Basically try to make it like none of that happened. It's just the Grand Canyon, just a site. I don't know if it's true, but that's basically the story around it. And that's the whole thing on giants. So let me know what you think about giants in the comment. Let me know if you have any other interesting stories about it. I'd definitely like to talk with you, interact in the comments. Just let me know if you do, or if you want me to talk about a certain different subject. Let me know in the comments different conspiracies that you want to hear about. Put them in the comments, and I'll just want to let you guys know about the next episode. It's going to be about the ice wall. Kind of have to do with flat earth with the ice wall, and I'm gonna make a preview like I did for this video, and then I'll make the video. So just let me know if you have any interesting topics you want me to talk about, and I'll get back at you guys. Conspiracies ASAP. This is Josie. See you guys later.